All right, the last thing we're going to cover in this section is debugging, which is a technique for finding bugs in our programs. It's a critical skill you need to have, so pay close attention to what I'm going to show you in this lesson. We're going to define a function for printing odd numbers. So print odd numbers. We give it a limit, and here we use a for loop to iterate over all the numbers up to this limit. Then we get the remainder of division by 2. If it's not 0, we're going to print I followed by an endo. Now we're going to call this in our main function, print odd numbers up to 10. Now, in this lesson, I'm going to deliberately create a bug in this program. So I'm going to change this expression and use double equal signs. So when we run this program, instead of odd numbers, we see even numbers. So let's say you have written a program and your program is not working properly. This is where we can use debugging to run this program line by line and see what exactly is happening under the hood. We can see the value of variables and how they change. So in this lesson, I'm going to show you the debugging tools in CLion, but pretty much every IDE out there also has these tools. The only difference is their shortcuts or icons. So anytime you want to start debugging, first you need to insert a breakpoint on a line of code. So over here, we can add a breakpoint. And now when we start our debugging session, the execution stops right here. Now we can put the breakpoint anywhere. It doesn't have to be in the first line of the main function. We can put it anywhere where we suspect there is a problem. So we can click this to remove it and insert the breakpoint on our for loop. But in this lesson, I'm going to add a breakpoint right here, so you see how we can step into this function as part of our debugging session. Now on the toolbar, we have this button for running our program. The shortcut is Ctrl and R. Right next to that, we have another button for starting a debugging session. Again, every IDE has this feature. So let's start our debugging session. Now take a look. So our program started and the execution stopped right on this line. So this line is not executed yet. Now over here, we have a bunch of buttons for executing our code. The first one is called step over and the shortcut is F8. With this, we can step over this line. So if we press F8, now we move on to the next line. So if you look at the console window, we can see all the even numbers. So that tells me that there is a problem in this function and we want to restart our debugging session. So we can stop the debugging and start over. Now the second time, instead of stepping over this line, we want to step into it. So we can go into this function. We have another button right here. It's called step into and the shortcut is F7. So let's step into this line. Now we are in this function and as you can see, limit is set to 10. So that is the value we pass to this function, right? But this line is not executed yet. That is why we don't know the value of I yet. So just like before, we can step over this line. Now we are on this line and you can see right now, I equals 0. Again, let's step over this line and one more time. So now I is printed on the console. So if you look at the console window, we can see 0. So right away, we can tell our code has a bug because number 0 shouldn't have been printed on the console. Okay. So what can we do here? Well, let's go back to our debugger. Over here, you can see the variables that are currently in scope. So we have limit and I, but we can always add additional variables or expressions to better understand our code. So for example, let's grab this piece of code, copy it, then we right click on this window and select new watch. Again, all IDEs have this feature. Okay. So we add a new watch to watch this expression. Now look, in this iteration where I equals 0, this expression evaluates to true. So this is the source of our problem. So if we change this to not equal, we can fix the bug in this program. Now let's continue stepping over the current line. One more time. Now I is 1 and the result of this expression is also false. So even though we made a change in our code, the changes are not visible to the debugger. So we have to stop and restart our debugging session. Now that is repetitive, so I'm not going to do that again. I'm just going to stop debugging and remove this breakpoint. So this is how we can debug our programs.